Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, our humble pranams to all the assembled Vaishnavas. So once when Jayadratha was traveling through Kamyavan, he saw Draupadi. You know, Draupadi went to that famous Vimala Kund. She was alone. Her husbands were gone to different places for different things. And she was alone. She went to Vimala Kund to take a bath. And Jayadratha saw Draupadi alone there. So immediately he had all lust and he went and approached Draupadi and started talking to her, telling her, why don't you abandon your husbands? They're not powerful. They're not capable to protect you. You know, why they didn't protect you when you were disrobed in the assembly of Kurus? They were useless. They are not men. And Drupada went on speaking bad about Pandavas and proposing her to join with him. Draupadi said, you don't know. You are a fool to come and ask me. No powerful, intelligent warrior will come and propose me, knowing that Bhima and Arjuna are my husbands. If you have done that, definitely you are a fool, Jayadratha. You are a fool. So when Draupadi spoke like this, Jayadratha became very angry. And he started pulling Draupadi towards his chariot. And Draupadi screamed at the peak of her voice. And Bhima and Arjuna heard that and they came running. The moment Jayadratha saw them, he left Draupadi and jumped in his chariot and he ran away, tried to escape. But with arrows, Arjuna, shot arrows and built a compound wall surrounding Jayadratha and captured him. And when he was about to kill, Yudhishthira came and said, no, this is not right. What a man of principles Yudhishthira was. Yudhishthira said, no, we are in Kamyavan, a very holy place. And Kamyavan is a place of forgiveness. And we are tapasvis. We should learn to forgive things. We should learn to forgive everything. Please don't punish Jayadratha. Leave him. So Bhima was not very satisfied with Yudhishthira's words. Even Arjuna was not satisfied. But Draupadi came and said, what Yudhishthira says is right. Whatever it is, he is the husband of our sister Dushala. I don't want to see my sister-in-law crying. Please leave him. Still, Bhima was not very happy. So Bhima shaved Jayadratha's head, leaving 5 tuft of hair, Something like we all have one kudumi, one shika on the back. Jayadratha had 5 shikas on his head in 5 different directions, and Arjuna shaved him off and all sorts of things. They insulted as much as possible and sent him, right? Then there's so many pastimes in Kamyavan. Another time Duryodhana came to know that Pandavas are hiding in Kamyavan, staying in Kamyavan. So Duryodhana especially wanted to irritate Bhima. So Duryodhana, with all his entourage, whole team, they came and camped on the opposite side of Yamuna. And they were having parties, singing and eating and dancing and drinking and all sorts of, just to irritate Bhima, because these 5 were doing tapas on the other side of the back. And Bhima is watching at them and getting wild and angry. Bhima wanted to crush Duryodhana. But they lost track of time. They jumped inside Yamuna and they were playing and creating havoc, screaming in Kamyavan. And that was the time this powerful Gandharva Chitrasena is about to take bath. That is his prayer time. When Chitrasena came, because Devas will come to Kamyavan every evening to perform their pujas. So when Chitrasena came to take bath in Yamuna, Duryodhana was disturbing so much. So Chitrasena easily tied, defeated Duryodhana's army, tied him to the tree and left. So again Yudhishthira went and said, my dear brothers Bhima and Arjuna, Kamyavan means place of forgiveness. See your brother Duryodhan, he's a fool. He went and fought with Chitrasen, the powerful Gandharva. And Chitrasena has tied him to a tree. Whatever it is, he is our brother. Please go and release him, help him. And Bhima said, what happened to our brother? Are you crazy? This Duryodhana is torturing us so much, giving a lot of trouble. And why do you want to help him again and again? And Yudhishthira said, no, we have to help him. So Bhima and Arjuna went and fought with Chitrasena and released Arjuna. So Arjuna was like feeling shame and begging forgiveness. So in this way, there are so many pastimes that happened in Kamyavan. Okay, very beautiful place. I'm not exaggerating. Please visit Kamyavan in the month of Kartik or after Kartik. You will see Kamyavan is so beautiful even now. It's very beautiful. So you can imagine what it would have been 5,000 years back. So beautiful. And the deity of Kamyavan is Vrinda Devi. Even though Radharani is queen of Vrindavan, but Radharani so affectionately, lovingly gave of Kamyavan to Vrinda Devi. Actually, Radharani did Abhisheka to Vrinda Devi in Kamyavan and made her the queen there. Very beautiful. So Prabhuji, please show the Vimala Kund picture. So this is in the middle of Kamyavan, and a very, very beautiful pond. The pond is called Vimala Kund, and locally they call it Bimala Kund instead of there is B. Very big pond and a nectarian water. It has a beautiful pastime from, Treta Yuga. In Treta Yuga, there was a king who was ruling, in the Sindh province. He forgot his name. His name was once again. Okay, anyway, if I forgot. He was Sindh king. The Sindh is like the present Pakistan. The river Sindhu is flowing in Pakistan, and the Sindh province is the present Pakistan. So there was a great king towards the end of Treta Yuga and the beginning of Dwapara Yuga. And he had 60,000 daughters. He had 60,000 daughters. And they all wanted to marry the Supreme Lord. They wanted to have pastimes with the Supreme Lord. And they all meditated on Narayana so intently, so deeply. So once king brought them all here to this particular place from Pakistan, from Sindh. So the daughters of the king, they came here, and immediately the great sages, including Brahma, appeared here and said, after some more years, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Krishna, with all his paraphernalias and devotees, he will appear in Vraja and he will do so many pastimes in this place. So from that day, the daughters of Sindh Vraja stayed here and they were crying and crying and crying, and in separation they desire, they intent desire to have darshan of Krishna, and their tears turned into this beautiful pond called Vimala pond. So Pandavas have taken in this pond, Krishna has taken bath in this pond, Radharani had taken bath in this pond, and Vrinda Devi and all the gopis, Nanda Baba, Vrishabhanu Maharaj, all those wonderful personalities from Vraja, everyone has taken bath in this Vimala pond. So that is why Goswami say, Simply by meditating the pastime on the bank of Vimala pond is enough to make a devotee a pure soul. So glorious is this Vimala pond and Vimala Kund, and devotees should all take a dip in Vimala Kund and meditate on the pastime and beg for Krishna's mercy. Then next we go to either Charan Pahadi or Vyomasura's place. It's a very beautiful place. It's a tiny hill trekking a little bit, you know. Yes. So it's a beautiful pastime here because Krishna will come when he graces cows. He will come to this particular place and they will have vanabhojan, you know. They have plates and it's beautiful, you know. Yashoda Maya. Yeah, it's a tiny trek we have to climb. What you see in this picture, very beautiful. So Yashoda Maya packs wonderful prasad to all these boys when they go for grazing cows. So beautiful. They had tiffin boxes made out of leaves. I don't know how it would look. You know, we have all stainless steel tiffin boxes, but they had tiffin boxes made out of leaves and hot samosa, pakora, sandeshas, milk sweets, kachori, roti, and different kinds of rice cakes. You know, only in Iskcon, we have a hotel menu as a song. You know, that's what we sing, Bhaja Bhakata Vatsala Sri Gaura Hari. If you see that song, it is nothing but food items. It's like a hotel menu card. So Krishna will carry all the gopas will carry, you know, all kinds of sweet meats and eatables, and gopas will say, you know, pack for Krishna also, pack for Balram also. So each one of them will carry like food which is sufficient for like 4 or 5 people. That is how they bring so much of foodstuffs to eat when they come to jungle for to graze the cows. It's like so much of foodstuffs they had all the time, eating, taking bath in Yamuna, taking bath in ponds, playing hide and seek and this and that. That's how they were, you know. So Vyomasura, he was waiting for an opportunity. So Vyomasura, he took the form of a gopa, and he also came and mixed with the group of gopas. And what happened? And Krishna was noticing all the gopas are sitting in a circle and eating food. Each one is telling Krishna, my mother brought this, okay? And, you know, I will feed you. Please open your mouth. And Krishna will open his mouth, and the boys will throw all kinds of flowers inside. You know, and they will all laugh. And it seems Madhumangala will start patting his dummy and laughing and rolling on the ground because Krishna ate flowers, you know. So Krishna was so happy when his cowherd boys were happy. So just purposely Krishna was doing, you know, like stupid things, eating flowers, and he will fall as though he is asleep, and he will sleep on Balaram's lap, and Balaram will sleep on Krishna's lap, and all of a sudden a peacock will be crossing. Then immediately they will scream Mayur, Mayur, and Krishna will enact like a peacock, bend in the floor, stretch his legs and spread his body, you know, and suddenly they will say bear, bear, and Krishna will enact like a bear, and they will say parrot, and Krishna will talk like parrot. You know, Krishna was dancing like a toy to all the gopas. When Krishna says, Aham Bhakta Paradhina, if at all I am lost to anyone in this world, I am lost to my own dear devotees. And that statement becomes true. Aham Bhakta Paradhina. Another time he told gopis, Na pareye aham. My dear gopis, I don't have anything to give you in return. You have given everything for me. Your love is so pure. I cannot repay that love by giving anything. So I give myself as a gift to you. And I can never repay this. So Krishna loves his friends so much. So some of them will throw flowers, and Balram will not like all these things, you know. They're throwing flowers in Krishna's mouth and all. So Balram will show some rough face, try to scare the Gopas. And Krishna will say, pat Balram, and Balram will smile, and they will swing, make swings in the trees. They are not grazing cows at all. The cows are all simply controlled by the flute of Krishna. The boys will tell their parents that we are going to graze the cows, but none of them are grazing cows, and all the cows will be mooing and, looking at Krishna and drinking Lord's beauty. When Gopas are not near Krishna, each and every single cow will come and lick his lotus feet and go. The cows will be simply licking Krishna's lotus feet. And this is how the cows were enjoying the pastime, and Gopas, and they will be tired, and the Gopas will take turns in sleeping on Krishna's lap. And one Gopa will come and say, Krishna, you must be very tired. We all slept on your lap. Okay, you come and sleep on your lap. And Krishna will say, no, let us play again. Let us play again. And they will be playing and playing and playing till sunset. One will be carrying on the another. That is how. And Prabhuji, please go to the previous picture, that sliding place. So near this Vyomasura's cave, that is this place, this is called a Pishalini Shila. This is very smooth rock there. When you climb to Vyomasura cave, on the side, this rock is so polished and very smooth. So all the Gopas will take turn and they slide. Something like Pishalini, something Pishalini. It seems in Braj, top to bottom. It means top to bottom. So all the cowherd boys will sit on this and they will skirt and come. We see this game in all the zoo, museums and park. All the children will be doing. Even this game is founded by Krishna and his friends in Vrindavan. You go to Olympics, javelin throw, hammer throw, long jump, high jump. All these games were played by Krishna and his friends in Vrajdam. Hammer throw, what hammer throw? Krishna threw ass on top of the, donkey on top of palm tree. Holding the hind legs of the donkeys, Krishna and Balaram threw one by one, all the donkeys to the top of palm trees. So all these games, so these boys were, Gopas will be sliding. So when they come to Kamyavan, parents also know back in Gokul and Vrindavan, our boys must have gone very long. That is why they are coming late. Because when they go to Kamyavan for grazing, there's so much of fun and play, So in between these things, one day Vyomasura appeared. And Vyomasura appeared, and Krishna could notice, because they are like 1,000 Gopas, not one or two. 1,000 Gopas, and Krishna could see some Gopas are missing. After a moment, some more are missing. Gopas are missing one by one. The Vyomasura appeared in between them and, hijacking, kidnapping the Gopas and taking them and, putting them inside a cave. Krishna loves his friends so much. If an Asura ever thinks of hurting, he had it. And Krishna could realize Vyomasura is doing that. So Krishna and Balaram, they ran behind Vyomasura, and Vyomasura started beating on his chest. He took a huge form. He started beating on his chest, screaming. He was looking like a mountain in front of, in front of Krishna. He was looking like a mountain, a huge person, screaming, beating his chest and running towards Krishna. Krishna simply lifted Vyomasura, like a kid plucks a flower or a kid pulls a stick or something like that. That mighty Vyomasura was thrown, and he will come and fall on earth with a very, very heavy noise. Again, he will get up. He will get up and scream, and he will come. He was so mighty, and every time Krishna was lifting and throwing, I think this WWE wrestling match was copied from Krishna and Vyomasura's battle, actually. So he will scream and run towards Krishna. Krishna will very easily lift him and throw him on the other side. Again, he will get up, scream, and he will run. He'll be thrown on the other side. And every time he falls on earth, the whole planet Earth was shaking with a tremendous noise. And once when Krishna lifted this mighty Vyomasura and threw him up in the sky, he came and fell down with a heavy crash. Even the planet Earth cracked and one portion came out. And Balaramji saw this, and smilingly with his lotus feet, he pressed and pushed the earth down. So that is the place you can see Balaram Charan. So there are so many things you can see in this area. There is Vyomasura's cave, then there is Vimala Pond, then the Balaramji's Charan. Because you can imagine that the whole planet shook, crack, and one piece broken came out. And Balramji with one step gave one kick and pushed it back. What kind of pastimes, So there is Gaya, and when you walk further, you will see a tiny, tiny stones, kind of small, that Ram Setu. Prabhuji, can you take that picture, that Ramayan picture, building bridge? So you can see there next to Bimalakud a little further there will be tiny, tiny, tiny stones. So one day when gopis came and these rivers, Yamuna and all is like overflowing and things like that. So the gopis were asking Krishna, how can we cross this river? Because today it's flowing, overflowing. And Krishna said, I don't know. Maybe we can do one thing. All the gopas, we are 1,000 of us, and you gopis are 1,000. So we will do one thing. Each one will carry one gopis on our shoulder, and we will cross Yamuna. It is very easy. Everyone will carry one gopi, and I will carry Radharani on my shoulders and cross. The moment Krishna said, I will carry Radharani on my shoulders, Radharani said, nothing doing. You cannot touch me. You are the most sinful person in this whole universe. Then Krishna asked, me? How can I be a sinner? Yes, when a lady, you were just 3-month-old baby, and a lady with so much of love and affection, she came and gave milk to you. What kind of person are you? You drank her milk and you suck her life also? You are the greatest sinner. And and Radharani started saying so many reasons. Then Krishna said, okay, I am not carrying any one of you. Okay, so how to cross? Then Radharani said, why don't you build a bridge? So immediately all the gopas, they started collecting stones and building a bridge across river Yamuna. And when that Leela was going on, it seems Lord Ramachandra appeared with all the Vanaras, and all the Vanaras took the form of Gopas, and Vanaras built this bridge. So that is why this particular small place is called Rameshwaram. Lord Ramachandra, Lakshman, Sita Mata, and Vanaras, they all appeared there. And they all assumed the form of Gopas and Gopis, and they built this beautiful bridge across. So many pastimes, right? And the main temple, let us go to the main place. As I said, Vrinda Devi is the queen of this place. So we know the 3 principal deities in Vrindavan: Radha Govind, Radha Gopinath, and Radha Madan Mohan. So when these temples were attacked by the Mughals, Aurangzeb destroyed only 3,000 temples only in Brajadam, very less. 3,000 temples only he had destroyed. So devotees, under the instruction of Jaipur Maharaja, so they planned to shift all the deities from Vrindavan, to Jaipur. So they arranged 4 bullock carts. 1 bullock cart for Madan Mohanji, 1 bullock cart for Govindji, 1 for Gopinath, and one for Vrinda Devi, because this Vrinda Devi deity was personally installed by Vajranabha Maharaja. This is the ancient, one of the most ancient Vrinda Devi's deity, established by Vajranabha Maharaja, and later on it just disappeared. When Rupa Goswami went there, so Vrinda Devi appeared in the dream and the deity came. So Rupa Goswami recovered this Vrinda Devi deity and installed in Radha Govindji Mandir in Vrindavan. So they made 4 bullock carts, one for Madan Mohan, one for Gopinath, and one for Govindji, and one for Vrinda Devi. So they went and they were passing through Kamyavan. They were traveling through Kamyavan, and 3 nights, 3 days, these deities stayed in Kamyavan. And fourth day, in the morning when the bullock carts were yoked, so Govindji bullock cart moved, Gopinath's bullock cart moved, and Madan Mohan's bullock cart moved, and Vrinda Devi did not move.